be absolutely devastating.
This is Joey Owens' show. They've been trying to get me on this podcast forever, and this is the worst damn podcast I've ever been on. So you all can kiss my ass while I win this match.
Somebody has a TV on loud as hell. But what's up, everybody? Welcome to Face Reveal for Wrestling Talk.
It's not me.
Joined by Marcus Fine, Tony Gonzalez, Justin Terrell. What happened to Glenn?
Maybe he had TV on.
Yeah, maybe he's a TV fella.
He was just on there. But how's it
He had the
going,
TV on too loud.
Hey guys, hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody's keeping warm.
Hey, it's warm out there. It's 4 times warmer than it was yesterday.
That's still too damn.
Yeah. 12, but it was still 4 times warmer.
Hey,
that's still too damn
better
cold
than
for me. Yeah, I guess. Okay, guys, let's jump right into it. Welcome to Face Reveal Pro Wrestling Talk. Also want to welcome a new member to the GWR and also Gonzo Sports Room family. Justin Grubb's going to be with us now on every Thursday. Pro wrestler also. Troublemaker, a little bit of everything.
oh yeah, I'm a little bit of everything.
Mr. Cubs fan, Mr. Notre Dame, you know.
Whoa, time out. Let's pump the brakes here. I'm not a Colts fan.
You're not a Cubs fan?
You're not Cubs?
Oh, I thought he said Colts. My
No,
mistake.
I said Cubs.
Cubs.
Yes,
So wait a minute. Okay.
I was
like,
guys, let's jump right into it. We're going to start off real quick. I'm going to start off just with a real quick review. I know I watched TNA last Thursday. Me and Marcus both watched the first week, and it was one of the worst shows we ever seen. But it was bad. But I tell you what, they redeemed themselves. It was a very good show. I give it an 8 out of 10. I thought they knocked it out of the park. Maybe some storylines got hurried along a little bit, but I thought they had to because of what happened the week before. Thought it was a real good show. I think this week's going to be good. They got the feast or fire and briefcases. They're going to open those up. There's 4 of them. 3 of them are going to get title shots, any title shot they want type deal. But one person's going to get fired live on TV. So that's going to be interesting. And some interesting stuff happened this last week and moved the storylines around. So I think it's going to be a good show. I think they're moving. And the other big key was normally your first week, let's say you draw 500,000 people. And the second week, you're going to drop numbers. Well, their first week, they didn't draw real great. I think 175,000 was their first. Of course, AMC, I don't know how that's going to be on a new network like that. I don't know how many people watch AMC. But they did only lost 2,000 people. So they maintained their audience pretty good. So hopefully they can build on it. And that's only good for wrestling to have another show and be successful. So that's the hope there. And hopefully TNA can do some good things, I hope. Guys, let's jump into Saturday night's main event. Let's talk about that. Had some interesting stuff go on. Some good matches, I thought. Let's jump right into the start of the show. We had Cody and Drew. Cody and Jacob Fatu supposed to have a match. Well, never really had a match, but they had about a 15, 20-minute fight all over the damn arena. I thought the crowd loved it. We did get Drew involved and taking him out, and that's how it kind of ended. But Marcus, your thoughts on the opening segment?
No, I loved it. I mean, no, it wasn't a match. There was no match at all, but I loved it. I kind of had a feeling Fatu was going to attack him right off the bat. Few funny things I've seen in the matches when they're fighting out in the hallway. Those people in those safety coats didn't even flinch.
Yeah,
watching those doors, those guys are fighting out there and knocking tables down, and those guys are just standing there, not even flinching. I love them throwing the trash cans at each other way up in the crowd. I mean, they got way up in the crowd. I bet those nosebleed people were happier hell to see those guys fighting up there with them. I think it's funny that there's always picnic tables. That's what I call them. Drew McIntyre threw each guy off into those tables, and those tables are all full of paper plates and cups. That's supposed to be picnic. I say every time they do that,
Yeah.
I wonder if that's padding helping them land better because you got all that paper product set there.
Oh no.
Yeah, our buddy Jared wants to know what the hell Justin knows about wrestling.
Well, we'll find out. Hey, Jared. Jared, me and
Jared,
Tony.
I know enough about wrestling to know that you're not supposed to put yourself through a table.
Jared, me and Tony need to talk to you sometime down the road here a little bit.
Yeah, sure.
You know what we need to talk about.
Yep. Yeah, I think so.
So we may need to have your influence on someone for us.
Yep. Either that or just take them out completely. But yeah, I enjoyed the first segment. I know, Marcus, we had talked. You thought it was great too. Justin, your thoughts on that first segment?
Yeah, I personally thought, you don't have a match between the guys. You just have them brawl. You save both of them. No one loses the momentum. Cody doesn't lose that status that he's at. Oh, shit.
Jared showed up at his house. Jared just shows up at your house, knocks him out.
I know. Jared just knocked my ass out. Super kick from out of nowhere. Anyways.
That's how we were talking about Jared. But hell, go ahead, take him out too while you're at it.
Well, let me get back to this.
What's up, David?
Hey, did Jared throw you through one of them tables that you guys went to?
Yeah,
I think he did. No, not having them have a match, it saves both of them for when you need it. You can save it for the Rumble. You can save it for Mania or a pay-per-view. Yep. You don't necessarily have to have them have a fight, have a match, because the first meeting between Jacob Fatu and Cody Rhodes, who do you put over? I mean, if you're going to have a match, you can put somebody over by DQ or a count out, but between having one lose straight up, you're going to kill the momentum of both people. So I think them having the brawl, not having a match, saves them for something much, much more. I know, Jared, I lost my momentum, so kiss my ass.
And I agree with you, but I seen a guy online said, man, what if you'd been a fan and paid all that money to see that match and they didn't even have a match?
They did have a match. There just wasn't even I think I'd rather have seen that than a match.
Especially like you said, if you're up in the crowd a long way away. I thought it was very good. The guy also wrote it was a pay-per-view, which was not a pay-per-view, so he didn't know what he was talking about to begin with, first of all. So yeah, if I paid all that money for a pay-per-view, and that's first of all, I want a pay-per-view, so the TV show. But I really enjoyed it. Big Glenn, did you get?
And there is no such thing as a pay-per-view in WWE no more.
Nope, not anymore. Big Glenn, your thoughts on that segment?
I liked it and everything. And as far as those two guys concerned, it didn't kill any momentum in that way, and they could set up for something down the road, which will probably be pretty soon.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. Chris, did you get to check it out?
I didn't see the whole thing. I just saw some like a highlight of it on YouTube. Yeah. But what I saw about, I agree with what you guys are saying. I liked it, and yeah, they didn't have an official match because the bell didn't ring. But they still done something. It wasn't like they went out there and gave each other a high five and fucking walked back to the back and didn't do nothing.
Oh no!
And I can see people being mad, but they were everywhere. Like there was plenty of action. I agree with Justin. It didn't take momentum away from either guy. I didn't have a problem with the way they done it at all. Like I said, I just saw highlights of it because I didn't see the whole Saturday night main event.
Yeah, I think it built momentum myself. I didn't think it stayed neutral. I didn't think it lost. I think it built momentum. I mean, I really want to see him to go at it after that. So I enjoyed it. Next up, we had AJ Styles taking on Shinsuke Nakamura. Marcus, your thoughts on that match?
You skipped one.
Did I skip one? Oh yeah, I skipped Rhea. I'll do Rhea after that one. Sorry.
Okay. I think it was an end of an era match. I think those guys wanted before AJ retired to wrestle one more time. It showed. It was an old school, slowed down. They got their moves in. It was very well done. AJ pinned him. They shook hands. End of an era. It was decent. I give it. It was very decent.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Some people, of course, there ain't been very many matches this year, but some people are calling that match of the year already. I don't know if
I wouldn't go that far, but
if that was that good. But I thought it was. Again, I thought it was very good. I enjoyed it. I'm a big Nakamura fan and a big AJ Styles fan, so I thought it was good. I thought it was what it should be. I kind of agree with you.
I agree. Yeah.
Justin.
No, he's lost the whole thing.
No,
Okay.
I'm here. I'm working
Okay.
on it. No, I as much as I wanted to see Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles 3, I was happy the way it was done. It felt like their New Japan match. And
Yes.
so like I was really, really happy with the way it was done. But my biggest thing is I wish it would have not been Saturday Night Main Event. I get it.
Right.
AJ's contract's coming up and is ending in February. He may not be, they may not renew it. They may not, extend it. He may go somewhere else.
TNA.
Well, I mean, TNA, is he really going somewhere else anyways if he's going to TNA?
Yeah.
No, not really. But that's how I look at it. Like, I don't see it. I mean, I get why they put it on Saturday night's main event. I just wish it could have been built somewhere else.
Okay, I get that. Big Glenn.
I love it from start to finish. Oh my goodness gracious! I will go as far as saying that the main event was in the wrong spot. That AJ and Shinsuke match should have been the main event, as good as it was.
Yeah, I see that, but they was really. I understand why they did the 4-man and there in that spot because they was hyping it up so much. But I get what you're getting at.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Chris, did you get a chance to see any of that match?
No, I did not.
Okay.
Well, actually, I'm lying. I actually lied because they did show a little bit of highlights of that match during Monday Night Raw. So I just saw a little bit of highlights that they showed through Raw, but I really didn't see that much.
Okay. Okay, let's go back to the one that I skipped over, guys. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky taking on Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez. Ripley and Io Sky got the victory there, which I figured they would. They had just won the belts. I wouldn't expect them to lose it at this point. Marcus, what do you think of that match?
Hey,
Before I say,
Marcus,
go
I
ahead.
was going to say I thought Marcus had something a second ago.
Well, I did. Well, I'll go ahead and say it. Shooting with Shane is in the chat. Happy birthday, sir! Today is Shooting with Shane's birthday, so happy birthday. And Damon DeVille's in here as well.
Happy birthday, good sir.
Yep, happy birthday.
So, all right. So, it was good to see referee Jason Ayers. Boy, they sure said his name a half a dozen times in that match.
They did.
But our local legend referee Jason Ayers was the referee for that match. It was very well done. I didn't see Liv and Roxanne Perez winning that. Raquel Rodriguez out of nowhere. I mean, literally out of nowhere. Didn't even see that coming. But now let me ask you something. When do they start counting? One of them had a hold of the ring skirt, had drug it in, was holding on to the ring skirt, and they drug it into the ring, and the referee's counting. Why are you counting? Because she's holding on to the ring skirt like that.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Did they change the referee rule book on stuff? Okay, if they pull the turnbuckle off, go put it back on there. It's like,
yeah.
Anyway,
I'll give it
5 stars. I give it 5 stars. It was very well done.
It was a good match. It was a very good match. Justin.
Yeah, I think the women's tag division in WWE is really starting to heat up. I really like how it's going. You'll see in a lot of these new teams that you got Rio, you got, now you got a faction with the Judgment Day, and that kind of feels like a well, you got Liv Morgan that kind of reminds you of like the Shawn Michaels, and you got Raquel Rodriguez that kind of feels like the Diesel. And even Kevin Nash told her, you should work more as a big man. And you can kind of see like, hey, this reminds me of old school Diesel and Shawn Michaels.
Yep.
But no, now you're getting more tag teams coming out. Asuka and Kairi Sane. Now you got Lyra, Valkyria, and Bayley. Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. You got so many women, so many talented women, and like even the main women are getting into the fray in the women's division. And honestly, I enjoy watching the women's tag division more than I like watching the women's singles division, because I think they are well done matches and well put matches.
Yeah, I agree with that. They're really featuring the tag team, and it's kind of tuck away a little bit from the single scene a little bit. But I think with WrestleMania getting ready to, just a few months away, I think they will level that out some. But yeah, they've built the tag team division very well. I agree with you, Justin. It's been really good. Yeah, go ahead.
I got a funny. I don't know what you said, Justin, but you caused my Alexa to play some song out of random over there. I think it's when you said Miss Bliss. And she also there playing some song like that's why I was laughing. It's like, oh,
Justin caused all kinds of trouble.
Hey, what can I say?
Hey, how's it going, Billy? Glad to see you.
Hey, Billy, what's up,
Glad to
buddy?
see you on here.
Yeah. What up, Billy?
Good to see you, Billy.
Big Glenn, what's your thoughts on that match?
Fantastic match. Another match, with it being Saturday's main event, it helps move some storylines along in that way on pretty much, I wouldn't say national TV, but it's on Peacock, so
I like it being on Peacock, guys. No commercials except during the match. They have the commercials after the matches. I like that. A lot easier to watch. The main event, guys, was Sami Zayn taking on Trick Williams, Randy Orton, and Damian Priest. A 4-way to become the #1 contender and wrestle Drew McIntyre at the Royal Rumble. Winning that match was Sami Zayn. No big surprise. I thought it was going to be Sami or Randy, but they went with Sami. So, Marcus, your thoughts on that match and them going with Sami?
Yeah, well, we figured it'd be Sami. We called that last week. I give that a 5-star match too. The only thing I had a problem with Trick Williams was way out of his element. I mean, I don't think he did that well against those 3 vets. He's just not to that level yet, and that kind of showed. They're doing their thing, and he looked out of place to me.
I think that's fair because that's the first time he's been in the ring with three vets. That many vets. He's been with vets here and there, but yeah, I can see that. I see your point. I think he's over on the mic. I think he's over with the crowd, his song, but yeah, his in-ring work is going to have to move up to the next level. I don't disagree with you, Justin.
Yeah, kind of like what Marcus said. It felt like Trick was kind of out of place in that match, but at the same time, I felt like it was a good learning experience for Trick. I think Trick has always elevated, and I really like Trick Williams. And Trick Williams is going to be here to stay in WWE, and I would say probably 2027, maybe even world champion, or at least in the hunt by the end of 2027 for the world championship.
I agree with you. It could be,
but it's hard to decide in that match who do you pick. I mean, I kind of see I saw Sami Zayn coming. Sami deserves an opportunity. He deserves the opportunity to be a the champion as well. But who do you put against Drew McIntyre out of those 4 and have them lose, because you're slowing down the momentum at one of them? I don't think you slow down any momentum with Sami Zayn if you put Sami in there to lose. Sami's been that guy that's always chased and chased and chased.
Yeah.
And then boom, had that hero moment. And then we might have a short title reign here or short title reign there. So I mean, I kind of like it. You save everybody else's momentum, but at the same time, I would have liked to see somebody else get that opportunity. Maybe have Drew and Randy save Randy not having to be in the Royal Rumble. But then again, Randy, this is his first show back. I would probably save him for the Rumble as well. So yeah, I'm okay with it. Thinking about it now.
And the interesting thing too, Randy hasn't been in a Rumble, believe it or not, for the last 3 or 4 years. It's been a while since Randy's been in an actual Rumble.
And that's the thing. I mean, you look at we'll talk about it more, but you look at the Rumble and like they are really building it this year, and I'm very, very excited for how everything is building up for it.
Okay. Big Glenn, your thoughts on this four-way match?
It went pretty much the way I expected it to, with it being in Toronto or wherever. Oh, wait, Montreal. I get those two mixed up so much because they're right next to each other. But anyways, great match. It was pretty much what I expected it to be, and I do have a change of heart compared to who I picked to win the Rumble last week based on how that match ended. So
okay. Well, we'll be talking about the Rumble here in a little bit.
Yep.
Okay, guys, let's switch gears. Thanks, Billy Buzz. Let's talk some SmackDown. Me and Justin are going to take the stage here. We're going to do SmackDown. We've changed the format a little bit, and you guys will see how this is working. So, Justin, your thoughts? What stood out to you from SmackDown? What you like and what you did? Maybe something you didn't like.
I don't like that it's 3 hours long. I don't think any of the shows really need to be 3 hours long besides the PLEs. That's just my opinion. Unless you're going to showcase all the talent, because really you look at it, 3 hours. Yeah, you could extend the matches and have longer matches, but at the same time, you talk about quantity over quality over quantity. Having a 3 hour show with 5 matches and a lot of promos in here and there, it just feels slow. So that's my big thing is I'm not a big fan of the 3 hour format. But what really stood out to me is the pop that Chelsea Green is getting. When she started working Jade, the moment the bell rang, you heard the Chelsea Green chants. And I don't know if you guys have watched Untold Season 2, but I think it was Michael Hayes that made the comment that Chelsea Green is not one of those wrestlers that deserves to be a world champion. She's one of those that helps build stars. And I totally disagree with that. I think Chelsea Green is my favorite to win the women's Royal Rumble.
Okay. Thing I want to talk about, like you said, the 3 hours. I thought this week, they've been back for 3 weeks with the 3 hours. Thought the first week went well. I thought the second week went real well. They had 7 matches the second week. So I thought that went good. I agree with you. I thought this last week dragged a little bit. So I do have concerns. I understand what you're saying. I don't disagree with you. But I thought the first 2 weeks they did pretty good with it. But again, last week it wasn't terrible. I thought it was still a pretty good show, but I agree it did drag some. What stood out to me, I loved the Jacob Fatu and Cody Rhodes promo. Loved that. Jacob Fatu showed a vulnerable side a little bit, the crazy side. People learned stuff about him. I thought it was excellent. I thought that was the best thing on the show. I mean, there were some good matches on the show. Don't get me wrong. Dragunov and having a brain fart. Carmelo was outstanding, so I really enjoyed that. But yeah, the segment Jacob Fatu and Cody Rhodes, I just absolutely loved. Surprised that Julia and Kiana James won that match and gets a number 1 contendership match, and Kiana James got the pin. I thought she looked pretty good. I thought that was the first time that she looked like she belonged in a long time. So yeah, I thought it was a pretty good, solid show. I'd give it 7.5 out of 10 for me. What would you rate it, Justin?
Yeah, it didn't really feel like a go away show leading up to Saturday night's main event, or it just kind of felt like a throwaway show. So I can agree with you. I would say 7.5 or 7.5. I would almost go 8. Again, with you, I was really impressed with Kiana James. Now the only question is, can Kiana stay healthy? If she can stay healthy, then she might have a good chance to be a star in WWE. And I agree with you on the Cody segment with Fatu. The only problem with Fatu is, yes, I love that it's opening him up and he's talking, but honestly, I think Fatu is more intimidating when he's not talking. I think Fatu is scarier when he's not talking. I think if you give Fatu a microphone and just let him be the Samoan werewolf, I think you got your gold there. But I mean, I'm okay with him being vulnerable and becoming and opening up being a star as well too. I felt that was a way to continue building stuff, building their feud leading up to the Rumble. And now it doesn't necessarily make Cody look like a favorite. Now Cody has to look at it as, hey, am I going to let bygones be bygones and go for number 3, put another my other mark in history? He's the only other man. I think Stone Cold's the only other one. I don't believe anybody else won 3 besides Stone Cold. So
I think you're right.
Next to Stone Cold have been in 3 Rumbles. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I have to do my research.
You're right. Stone Cold's the only one.
But him and Stone Cold being three Rumble winners, or does he take that vengeance and that anger out on Fatu, and then now he gets distracted, gets thrown out, and be eliminated? I think Roman declaring for the Rumble changes the whole format of the Rumble, because now you're bringing, obviously you're bringing back the Tribal Chief. Now it's just not guys being thrown in to fill spots. Now you're making the Rumble be more meaningful, like we had it at 1990, 91, 92, 3, and so forth. And not a lot of people have declared. So it opens up the door what tomorrow's SmackDown, the go away show, will be, what we'll have in store for that tomorrow.
Well, and Brock Lesnar declared on Pat McAfee show. He called in the Pat McAfee show and he declared for the Rumble. So going to have him. Yeah. One other thing I did want to mention about SmackDown, the MFTs defeated the Wyatt Six to become the new tag team champions. I think that's a move that needed to happen for the MFTs. They're trying to build them up. It's still a little flat with them. I think the Wyatt Six is still a little flat. We'll see. Hopefully both those teams can gain some ground, I hope. Because I like both teams. I don't have a problem with it. But neither team have really as took off like that. I think that they hoped.
Yeah, I agree. I think that, the Wyatt Six is, it's more nostalgia. I'm paying homage to, Bray. And I am completely okay with that. But now it's time to let them develop and be the masterpiece that Bray wanted it to be. And you're right. They've been stale. But I can kind of see they don't really have anything to do for them right now. But yet, if you look and watch on Saturdays on AAA, they're over there in AAA building stuff over there with a Psycho Circus and all them. So it's bringing more viewership. It's helping. But yeah, I agree. MFTs, they need to find their momentum, do something. And I thought maybe we were going to get the OG Bloodline versus the MFTs, a newer version of them. But I thought my thoughts were wrong.
Okay. Yeah, I think there's going to be something interesting happen. We got a new Japan star, Evil, coming over, and I got a feeling that there's going to be a new group in the next few months, and I think Solo's going to be out of that group. I think the Tongans are going to take over, and I think Evil is going to be a big part of that. I think there's going to be a new direction there. I think we'll see. That's just my prediction. Anything else you want to touch on SmackDown, Justin, before we move on?
Yeah. No, but I want to add on to your prediction now that you said that. What if I can see Evil being a part of that, but what if Balor gets kicked out of the Judgment Day, Solo gets kicked out of MFT, Balor joins the Tongans, becomes the Bullet Club because New Japan no longer has the Bullet Club rights.
Yeah, that's true. We could see something like that. Never know. Okay. Let's move on to Monday Night Raw and Chris Gonzalez. Me and you, buddy. Let's talk about Raw. What do you think about Monday Night Raw? Anything stand out to you? Anything you didn't care for? What'd you think?
Farther and some, man. Let's get it.
No, I thought Raw was a good show. I enjoyed it. I liked the AJ Styles promo at the beginning, and then of course you had CM Punk end up coming out there, and they end up making the main event. I thought that was well done. I thought the women's tag was pretty good. I would have liked to seen Rhea Ripley more involved in that match. Though, it seemed like the first 3 quarters of the match, she was just standing in the corner, and then she came in at the end and destroyed everybody. Ended up got the fall, but I'd like to seen her a little more involved in the match. I had something. I think that was mainly on that one. I tell you, at the beginning, they had me thinking that they were going to take Balor out of the Judgment Day with the way Punk talked to him and stuff, and then they kind of came back at the end and kind of threw a little bit of a wrench in that when they had Balor attack Punk. I didn't see that coming. They got me with that, because I was leaning toward, okay, Balor's going to probably leave the Judgment Day, turn on them, and then at the end of it, he was out there attacking Punk and beating the hell out of him. I thought that was well done. Like I said, they got me. I didn't see that coming. Jey Uso still gets a hell of a pop when he came out into the crowd. Man, that whole place was heating. You had little kids following him all the way down the stairs, try to eat again. Like it was.
Yep.
He still gets a big pop by himself like that. So it kind of surprises me that they're going the tag team way that they are with them already, just because of how popular he still is as a single.
Yeah, Jimmy wasn't there, and they announced because of personal reasons, some personal issues going on. So I don't think he's in the Rumble. I don't think he even went to Saudi. So I don't think Jimmy's going to be part of the Rumble because of those personal issues. One thing that I really enjoyed, and it kind of surprised me because I hadn't done this in a while, it was Otis and Tozawa winning that match, and Tozawa going absolutely crazy, showing old school Tozawa, because Tozawa can go. I know he's a little guy, but if you guys ever watched him back in the day, a few years ago when he was in the cruiserweight division, Tozawa can go, and he showed he could go in that match. He went nuts, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun seeing them get an opportunity.
I actually had wrote that down. Tozawa stood out, and I'll be glad to see him finally get a little bit of a push and getting to be in a big tag team title match at the Rumble. The dude could go, and he went crazy during that match. And then when he took everybody out and he started yelling and going crazy, like the crowd was behind him. He did. I thought that was a pretty solid, especially for that many guys being in the ring at one time. I thought that match went pretty good. But to me, Tozawa really stood out above everybody else in that match. So I thought that was real big for him.
One thing that felt flat to me, and I was maybe because I was expecting more, but I think it's another story that they're drawing out. So I understand. It was the Adam Pearce stuff, apologizing to Braun Breaker. I thought that was going to be a bigger segment. I really did. So, but I think it's going somewhere, so I don't have a problem with it. I think they're just drawing it out. It may even happen at the Rumble. Yeah, Justin.
Yeah. That was. I thought that felt a little weird too. That segment right there. It seemed like they could have done a little more with Pearce on that. I did like. When Punk, real quick, when Punk was talking to Balor in the back, and he told him, "You can't be a world champion hanging around trash like Dominic Mysterio." I thought that was a great line. I loved it. Yeah. But no, overall, I thought Raw was a pretty solid show.
Well, real quick before Justin goes, what would you rate it out of 10?
I'd probably give it 8.5, somewhere right
Yeah,
around. Right around there.
I agree with you. I agree with you. And it also helps it's only 2.5 hours. That's one thing I agree with. If SmackDown could only be 2.5 hours, I think it'd be perfect. Because I think 3 is a stretch. Justin, what you wanted to comment on something?
Yeah, going back to the Adam Pearce thing, I agree with you guys. Like, I felt it was stale, but I do agree. I think it's going somewhere with the Royal Rumble. And what if it's Braun's positioning in the Rumble?
Yeah, well, I'd said that a few weeks ago. I thought that's what I thought they were going to go. I thought that they were going to announce that one of the concessions he had to make because he's the one to put his hands on him first. I thought he was going to be number 30 automatically, and they was going to announce that on the show. That's what I've been saying that for a few weeks. We'll see if that happens, but that's what I've been kind of thinking.
I'm wondering if they're going to do something more like they put like Braun maybe number 1, and then number 2 is going to be a Vision member.
Okay.
Like,
see, that's
like he's trying to set them up to have to face each other.
Well, see, that's what I was thinking too, because I was thinking, because
he kind of smiled when he said, "You're in the Rumble, you're in the Rumble, you're in the Rumble," and he kind of had that that evil little shit-eating grin on his face.
That's where my thing is, where he said, "Oh, Mac, what if?" Oh, you're cutting out.
How's it going, House?
Yeah, what if he was what if he was shit, I done lost my train of thought. Yeah. What if his punishment was to reinstate Braun Breaker from whoever called him? Hey, you laid your hand on him, reinstate him.
Okay.
And then that's where he's like, all right, now I can really punish you. This will be you're in the Rumble. But wait and announce an entrance at the Rumble to get that pop.
Yeah. One other thing, Paul Heyman was on ESPN today, and he said that he has a secret weapon to make sure that Braun Breaker wins the championship. So, could that secret weapon be Brock Lesnar?
Well, look who announces a draft or Rumble entry on the Pat McAfee show. So
yeah,
which is also ESPN. So
yeah. So I'm wondering about that. Chris, did you have any more thoughts on Raw?
No, other than I thought the CM Punk and AJ Styles match was real solid, and I think they're doing that good because at the beginning of the night they kind of had me convinced that I didn't think AJ's going to retire at the Rumble. I really didn't going into it. But after watching Raw, they got me more and more convinced that he's going to lose Saturday and he's going to be done. And they could go to opposite totally. But I think they're doing a good job of not being real predictable on it because at the beginning of the night, I felt like, oh, he's going to win at the Rumble, which I've been telling you that for the last week or so. Yeah. And after watching Raw, it kind of changed my feelings a little bit about it. So I think they're doing a good job with that angle, and I thought that match was solid.
Yeah, I'm beginning to think he's going to retire too. And I told you guys my idea of what I thought could happen, that he may end up losing and retiring to Gunther, but it would happen in another match at WrestleMania. I thought he may pull the same thing that Gunther did, tap out to Gunther and the referee not see it. And Gunther thinks he wins, and then him pull off the victory. They'd be 1-1. And then you go to another match because I just for selfish reasons, I don't want, and this is nothing against Saudi Arabia. I just think the Rumble's a big stage, but it's not quite as big a stage being not in the States. I would say that if it was in Australia or any other place, I want him to retire in the States. That's just me personally.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
I think him retiring in the States would be beneficial to him. I mean, I understand it if that's what he wants to do, retire at the Rumble. I mean, like House said, today he did trademark and stuff outside of the WWE, but so did a couple other WWE superstars who went on to just use it for merchandising purposes.
So
that could that could be one of the reasons. But also, I could see him going to AEW to finish out, wrestle some of those dream matches that he wanted to get, or going to TNA and finishing his career out there because he's wanting to also be a producer. So Triple H can be like, hey, go there, retire, and then when you retire, you have a producing job there.
And on that, guys, I read a thing, and I'm not saying it's correct. It was something that I read that AJ already had those filings, and they were coming up, and he had to refile. I don't know if that's true. That is something I read. So I'm not saying that's gospel. And also, House, I understand where you're coming from on the way they did on Monday Night Raw with of course, I'm gonna have a brain fart with Logan Paul. Is they're there in the back room, and they're saying, hey, let's come up with a game plan. And he says, I think we all need to make sure that Braun Breaker wins the championship. And all of them agreed. So what if they get down to the last 3 or 4 guys and Logan Paul eliminates? So that's something you got to watch out for. You never know. You know what could happen.
I kind of thought that as well during that segment.
Yes.
I kind of thought that as well. And honestly, I thought they were going to the way the Rumble went last year, just when we were there watching it. There was parts of that Rumble last year where I thought Logan Paul was going to win it last year. So it wouldn't surprise me if they end up pulling the trigger and somehow he was to win it this year.
And guys, don't be shocked if Seth Rollins is not in the Rumble. I wouldn't be shocked.
I don't think they'll pull that card twice. I really don't. I think it will not get the same reactions if he goes, "Hey, I'm hurt. Here I come back again."
No. He was hurt. I just think he's well.
No,
I think he's healthy enough now.
I think he might be healthy enough to go in, but like he's been saying like the doctors of this and doctor that, and I know he's got to play it close to the chest. But after watching, Untold, I don't think we can pull the trigger on that twice and get the same reaction or a better reaction. I think you'll turn the product. I think you turn the fans off from the product.
Yeah, you're right. House Styles' chapter is not clear. I agree with you. His final chapter is not clear. Okay, let's move on to NXT. It's going to be me and Marcus. We're going to talk some NXT. Marcus, I'm interested in this because you're seeing a lot of this talent you've never seen before. A lot of young guys, especially right now because NXT is having a big changeover right now. I want to see what you thought of the show, what you liked, and what you didn't like.
Okay, well, you're right. I got to learn the names. Interesting, but of course, this is the up and comers now. So this is today's youth, tomorrow's stars. I was the Joe Henry thing at the very beginning when the Vanity Project took him out. Reminded me of the Mean Street Posse of 2026. Just a bunch of arrogant little assholes is what it looked like.
Yeah.
Although they probably could run circles around the Mean Street Posse because honestly, those guys weren't worth a damn. But so anyhow, the tag team, I really wanted OTM?
Yes.
I really thought OTM was going to win that. And they might have if the Vanity Project didn't interfere at the end. So very solid match. Those guys, both teams work very well with each other. The tag team partners work very well with each other, and the two teams work very well with each other. That should have been a main event. It could have main evented the show.
Okay.
I thought it was that good. Also, just as a side note, the temperature dropped 3 degrees from 10 to 7 during that match. So we had the temperature down the bottom corner of the TV. And it went from 10 to 7, so I wrote that down. But anyhow, Jada Parker and Nikita Lyons. Nikita Lyons is something else, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
You ain't lying.
Very strange. A very strange individual. The whole persona is just like, what the hell? This is weird. But she could wrestle. And she's almost doing an Amazon gimmick. More than lioness crap.
She is a real good kickboxer. If you looked at her kicks, my son was coming through here and she did a couple of kicks and he liked it. But she can kick and she can kick for real. And she can. She's had a lot of injuries. She's had, I think, 2 knee surgeries.
2 ACLs.
And so I was shocked that she wasn't wearing knee braces because usually she's wearing knee braces, so she must be doing pretty good.
Yeah,
I thought she looked good.
I thought she looked good too, but the whole persona is kind of weird. But Go ahead,
I was,
Glenn.
yeah, I was gonna say, when she came back from that injury, at the end of last year, she had a couple like Stone Cold-esque knee braces as far as how big they were. So,
Yeah.
she's definitely progressing, which is great because now she's on TV more.
Yep.
All right, then what we have then? Dion Lennox versus Miles Bourne for an NXT ladder match qualifier. Very fast paced. Those guys were awesome. The counters were fantastic. They were both very scientific. Miles Bourne is my hero at the moment because he laid out Ethan Page there at the end.
Yeah.
I've knocked him on his ass, wearing his glasses even. That's what surprised me is Ethan had his glasses. He got smacked in the head with his glasses on, but I thought that was a pretty decent match. How many more we gotta go?
He's my hero, Marcus, because who he dates.
Who's he dating?
La Primera.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
there
La
you go.
yeah.
Primera.
Come on, Tony.
Champion
Yeah,
I can't think of the name, guys. Help me with the name.
He
Stephanie
gets the
Vaquero.
devil-
Come on, Tony.
He gets the devil's kiss at night. Every night.
Stephanie
jealous
Vaquero.
of Miles
Yeah,
Bourne.
that's his girlfriend. So I'm
Yeah.
He,
You know that's
he's
right,
doing
Tony.
he's doing very good in life.
So then we had Trayvon Hyde taking on Lennox King. I thought, well, they showed a thing. What he pinned him 4 weeks ago at 8 seconds.
Yes.
I don't think Lennox King is holding up to the way they thought he was going to. I didn't think he's that good. I thought he did better in Anderson or wherever that was at during Retromania. I thought he had a better showing then on an independent card than he did on one of the main stages. I don't think he's that good.
They're building a new faction, and he's going to be in charge of it, and it's going to be all people that dads were professional wrestlers, and it's going to be 4 or 5 people in this group, and they're all going to be. So that's where they're headed.
Like a second generation teams.
Second, some of them are third, some of them are 4th generation even. So it's going to be, and they're all going to be young stars. So we'll see how that works out.
And then what you have, Zaria versus Theo Hale.
Yep.
Oh yeah, the decent size difference. Yeah, that was pretty decent.
Yep.
Again, like I'm still learning my names. And the temperature went up 1 degree during that match, by the way.
I absolutely love Zaria. I wish I was kind of disappointed in the way they built her since her debut. You know, she had that awesome video vignettes when she came in, and then it was like slowed downhill. I felt like she's just been, second fiddle to Soruka, and I think it's time for her to really blossom, be that monster, that badass they wanted her to be.
Yeah, I think they're going to. I think Soul's getting ready to go to the main roster soon, so I think Zaria will stay down. I think she will become that. That's what I think.
Zaria's got to look for being a beast. I mean, she's got that look, so
yeah, I agree with you, Marcus. What'd you think of the last segment with all the competitors in the ring and everything? First of all, the match between Kiana Carver and Andre Chase.
It was a prolonged squash match.
Yes,
Kiana is just a freaking beast, and the other guy really didn't have a chance. He lasted longer than he should have.
Yeah, I agree. But one thing I liked about, I think they wanted to give him airtime. They didn't want to squash him too much.
He got airtime,
but then he got. I liked the way they ended that match when he squashed his head on the stairs. I love that. I thought that was very well done.
That was very vicious. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, made him really look vicious. I'm liking Carver. He's a little raw still. He needs some work, but I think he's going to get there.
But then I liked how Andre tumbled him over the top of the announce table.
Yes.
So when he slammed his head down on them steps, there should have been blood. Come on.
Well, there was, but of course they had to put. They came back to it, but
he should have been. His nose was busted. He should have. Blood should have just been pouring down his chest. That's how bad that looked. So.
Yeah, it did look vicious. I agree.
Like I said, give me a few weeks to get everybody figured out, but it was a decent. It's the young guys, and it's good to see the upcoming talent. So,
what would you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, Marcus?
Probably about an 8. I didn't really have a lot of complaints about it.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. I give it a 7.5. So, and I watch it all the time. So I think that's a pretty good grade. Okay,
So,
let's switch over to AEW, and we got me and Big Glenn. Big
Boy,
Glenn,
that's how. Yeah, I was gonna say this one was pretty damn good. Considering some of the people that came over from WWE. But before we get to that, I'll just go ahead and run down some of the card stuff. Kenny Omega
Okay.
defeated Omega defeated Rocky Romero, the Don Callis family. Yeah, the AEW Continental Championship match, eliminator match. John Moxley champion defeated Ace Austin. Then we had Timeless Tony Storm backs up Orange Cassidy against Marina Shafir and Wheeler Yuta. And AEW meets some challengers for his upcoming title defense. And the big moment of the night, obviously, is the one that everybody is still talking about today, even though it's 24 hours ago. Obviously, that is Tommaso Ciampa coming in from over in WWE.
Yep, that was big. I really liked it. That was probably my favorite thing on the show.
Oh, absolutely. When I saw it last night, I was like, this is awesome because
Wait a minute, Ciampa left WWE? What the hell?
Yep. His contract went up, and he went over to AEW.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Big Glenn, anything really stand out to you on the show? Anything you loved? Anything you didn't like?
Just the Tommaso Ciampa thing. When I'm a big I'm very high when it comes to getting people talking in that way. Like Triple H talking about a new era and viral moments. Obviously, that was a viral moment last night.
Yeah, I agree with that. What'd you think about Andrade defeating Swerve Strickland? I was a little surprised on that.
Oh, I was a little bit surprised myself on that one, but when you get the Don Callis family involved, things are going to happen.
Well, yeah, I think Andrade needed to win. Swerve's almost gold right now. I don't think a loss hurts him. Andrade just coming back. I think he needed to win more. And it also sets up him with a match with Kenny Omega, and they had a feud going before when Andrade first came back to AEW. Wasn't supposed to be back yet because of contract stuff and got pulled off the air again. So they kind of went back to that, and I'm glad they did because it make some sense. So they need that. Did you get to see Tekla and Chris Statlander?
I missed out, but I seen where some people saying that match is pretty good.
I enjoyed the match, and I'm a big Tekla fan. She's different. She reminds me of Luna Vachon.
Oh wow.
She really does. She gives me those vibes, and I really enjoy her. And just her strutting around the ring and her actions and stuff. It's really made the match for me. I really enjoyed that. So I thought the show was pretty good. I told the guys earlier when we was talking on the other show, I give it about a 7.5 because I thought the first part of the show, the first 3 segments were kind of slow to me. But then I really thought once Ciampa on, I thought the show really got good. I thought it was really good the second half. Big Glenn, what would you give it out of a 1 to 10?
I give it 8. And
okay.
When you have a big moment like that, which when you had taxed me with this task of AEW, I wasn't too keen on it, obviously, because I'm not too big a fan of AEW. But hey, a lot of good for a show to review in that way.
Yeah, it was. That's just like Marcus seeing. I was excited for Marcus because Marcus sees a lot of independent wrestlers, and a lot of these guys who just came up on NXT were on Involve, and they were people that were signed from independents. A lot of them guys were independent wrestlers a year ago and signed. And some of them are not independent. Some are from the NIL, the college stuff. But a lot of those guys, like Jackson Drake and those guys, they were independent wrestlers on the independent scene 9 months ago.
Oh, absolutely.
And now they're on NXT. So Jackson Drake's one of them. There's several of those guys that have got opportunities on Evolve. So I think that Evolve stuff's working out pretty good for WWE right now. Guys, let's talk a little bit of we got a old school match and then we got Royal Rumble. Let's do the Royal Rumble thing first. Let's talk about the first match. Let's talk about Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn, and give our predictions. Marcus, who you got? Drew and Sami.
Drew. They're not going to
Yeah,
take the. Hopefully, they won't take the belt off of him this quick, like they have the last 3 or 4 times he's had it.
Yeah, I will, and usually stuff like that don't upset me, But if they pulled the belt off Drew already, I'm gonna be pissed. And you don't hear me say stuff like that very often, but
Because
I will say that
he'd be known as a transitional champion because that's all he's ever done. So
yes, I agree. Justin, what do you think?
It'll be Drew. I think if you don't keep it on Drew and let Drew take it into Mania, I think you kill them. I think you kill Drew's momentum. I think because you look at it, you had Drew dethrone Cody Rhodes, the guy who dethroned the Tribal Chief, the guy who dethroned John Cena, get the title back. He's already built that, and then you dethrone him.
Yeah.
Granted, yes, with the help of Jacob Fatu, but at the same time, you got to look at it as, hey, we built him as this guy to this heel. Everybody hates him. We finally got the money that we need him to make. Let's not have Sami kill it right now. I just Sami deserves his world championship. I just don't think it's at the hands of Drew McIntyre.
I agree with that, definitely. Chris, what do you think?
I think McIntyre wins. I don't see them taking the belt off of this quick. If I agree with you, if they do, I'd be upset about it too. Like last time he had the championship run, it was no fans, and then you give him, he finally gets the belt back, and you try to get a run, and then to end it that quick to me would be wrong.
Yeah, I agree. Big Glenn.
I got Drew.
Okay. Next up, Gunther and AJ Styles. Guys, I want AJ Styles to win. I'm not ready for it to be over yet, but I think he's done. I'd heard rumors his contract runs out in February, and I think he's gone. And where he goes, I don't know. I hope I'm wrong, but I think Gunther's going to win. Marcus, what do you think?
Yeah, I think Gunther's going to win. Okay. They're really pushing a lot of matches out. A lot of AJ's. They're getting every one of his last hoorahs out of the way really fast. So
yeah, I think so too. Justin, what do you think?
Oh man, that's tough. It's tough. You look at it. I was born in 1990. I grew up, at the latter years of the 90s, and I got to live through the Attitude Era. But getting to see John Cena start his career, end his career, and then getting to be a fan of CM Punk and AJ Styles, those 3 stars, 2 different companies. It was awesome to see AJ go away already. Would hurt my feelings. I feel like we need to get AJ versus Finn at WrestleMania before we do anything, at least. So it's hard to pick. I don't want to say. I'm going to go on a limb and say AJ Styles. He's not retiring until WrestleMania, at least.
Okay, that's what I hope it is, but we'll see. Chris, what do you think?
I think, man, at first I thought AJ Styles was going to win, but after watching Raw last night, I'm not going to lie, they have me convinced that Gunther is going to win this match. So I'm going to go with Gunther.
Okay. And Big Glenn?
I'm going to say Gunther, and I'm going to add a caveat to this. AJ Styles finishes out the year in TNA. Mr. TNA himself.
Okay. We'll see. Next match, guys. Let's go with the Women's Royal Rumble. You get 2 picks. You can pick 2 different women. Since it's 30, I'm gonna give mine first. I'm going with Bianca Belair, and she's gonna come back. I think she's gonna win the Rumble. And My second pick, it's going to be because I want her to win. I don't think she will, but I want Jordan Grace. So I'm going to go Jordan Grace for my second one. But definitely watch out for Rhea or Io. One of them could sneak in there too. But I'm going with them two, Bianca and Jordan Grace. Marcus.
I'm going to pick Io Sky. And, of course, Becky Lynch has got to win freaking everything. So she's probably going to win it too. So.
Okay. Justin.
I don't think they go the route of another return. I think we did that last year.
We did it last year. It's obvious.
We did it with last year with Charlotte. So I don't think Bianca comes back and wins it. Honestly, I really, really think the way Chelsea Green has been performing and this hot streak she's been in, that Chelsea Green is a favorite to win the Royal Rumble. I don't see anybody else on a hot streak. I mean, again, look at her match against Jade Cargill last week. As soon as the bell rang, everybody was chanting her name. Like the crowd was chanting her name. She is a star, and she's finally getting the recognition she deserves. And I think she should win the Rumble. But I can also see Liv Morgan doing. I can also see Liv Morgan winning it because I think that's a way to get her into the title picture again.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll have to go Liv Morgan and Chelsea Green.
Okay. Chris.
Yeah, I'm going Rhea Ripley or Chelsea Green.
Okay. And Big Glenn.
Liv Morgan or Chelsea Green.
Okay. All right. A lot of Chelsea Greens. Okay. I like Chelsea. I wouldn't have a problem with that. Next up, guys, the men's Royal Rumble. I will go first. I think it's going to be, I'm going to give my two picks, and then I'm going to tell you what I want it to be. My first pick is Braun Breaker. My second pick is LA Knight, but I want it to be Obafemi. I want them to come in and win the damn thing and push them to the moon. And I would think he would pick Drew because there's a little bit of history with Drew, and he would be the guy to take it off Drew at WrestleMania. That's what I would like to see. And I wouldn't be shocked if it happened. I would be, because I would love it. Of course, people would say that's too predictable, and then some people would say, you know how that goes. So who knows? But Marcus, what do you think?
Okay, is Jacob Fatu in it?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to go with him. And I'm going to do a swerve ball. I think Logan Paul's going to win it, and they're going to start fighting with Breaker because they're thinking Braun Breaker's going to win it. And Logan Paul's going to steal it from it. I think Logan Paul's actually going to eliminate Braun Breaker, to be honest with you.
That's what the House said.
Well, I agree with Mr. House then. So
Okay, Justin, what are you thinking?
I like the House theory. I would almost agree with him on how that could be a finish, but I would almost add somewhere in the match, Logan Paul gets hurt, or not get hurt, but he gets hit, rolled. He gets rolled out of the ring and goes underneath the ring. Old Jerry the King Lawler.
You get this off Marcus.
I know, but it's Logan Paul. It's Logan Paul.
Well, he knows how to draw heat, so.
Exactly. We get down to the final, whoever, it's Braun Breaker and Cody Rhodes, or Braun Breaker and Roman, or it's Braun Breaker and Jacob Fatu, and Braun throws him out. Everybody thinks Braun's winning, and then boop, there goes Logan Paul. Logan Paul tosses him out. I think that's a possibility. I could agree with Logan Paul being I would put Logan Paul as my sleeper pick. My sleeper pick. I mean, it's an obvious pick. Everybody thinks Braun Breaker is going to win. I think Cody could get the three-peat. But there's so many possibilities. I kind of want Randy Orton to win again, though, because he said it was the year of the Viper. So I'll go sleeper Logan Paul. The obvious choice, Braun Breaker, and then Randy Orton.
Okay. Chris.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Logan Paul and Brock Lesnar.
Okay. All right, that'd be interesting. And Big Glenn.
I want to go with Sami Zayn and give me a fucking Cody Rhodes heel turn. I want him to sell his soul to The Rock.
He really needs to turn because I'm thinking Cody's
Yeah.
starting to fail really bad.
Because right now is the perfect time to pull this shit.
Yeah, they need to review it. Cody's
Yeah.
staying. I've not been impressed with him here lately.
Okay.
If they don't plant the seeds with the Fatu return and all that other shit, pull the motherfucking trigger.
They might have Cody win it. I think Cody and Fatu is going to eliminate each other. I kind of agree with what Justin said.
I agree with that. I agree. I can see that. I can see them eliminate each other, but I could also see in Cody doing the heel turn, or doing the heel turn, or winning, and then instead of saying, "Drew, I'm coming for I'm coming the title to get my title back, Drew. I'm going for you, CM Punk. I want the world championship."
Yeah.
And then turning heel that way, going to Raw, keeping your big stars, your bigger stars, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Braun Breaker, and have him help with Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and them build those guys over there, because I really don't see the world heavyweight title division a lot of big stars there. Like, most of the guys that should be in the world title picture, they're wrestling, or they're in the same stable. They're in the division. So,
okay.
Yeah, I don't. It's hard to see, but yeah, I would love to see a Cody turn. But I would also add, I honestly, when they say that Finn's not going to be in the Rumble, I think they might do an impromptu world title match, CM Punk versus Finn Balor.
Yeah, okay. Never know. I think it's going to be a good Rumble. I'm looking forward to it. A lot of people said it hasn't had enough hype. I think a lot of that's because it's in Saudi, and I think they purposely hasn't hyped it up quite as much because a lot of people are turned off by Saudi, whether you like that or not. I'm just stating a fact. I don't have a problem with it personally, but there's a lot of people that do. So I think they've kind of low-keyed hyped it. I think the big story, like we talked on the other show earlier, is kind of Gunther and AJ Styles. I think that is the kind of the big story, but I think that's good. And I thought they pulled off a big surprise last year with Jey Uso. Jey Uso put out a post today that he's going to piss everybody off, make everybody mad, or he's going to win the damn Rumble again. So that would piss off a lot of people. That definitely would. So we'll see what happens, guys. Let's jump into our old school match, and then we'll get out of here. Marcus, we'll let you start. Piper and Bret Hart, WrestleMania. I believe that was 8, right?
WrestleMania 8, right there in Indianapolis. Has anybody in the room been there? Was anybody there?
No.
I was not. Watched it live, but I was not.
Yeah, I was not either.
I didn't start watching wrestling until I think 96. So
okay. Well, I thought it was interesting. I mean, it was very good. Of course, you had Bobby Heenan and Gorilla Monsoon doing commentary. God, those guys are funny as hell.
Yes,
funny as hell. I thought it was funny that the referee's holding the title and telling them, "Don't pull their hair, don't poke each other in the eyes." You're telling Roddy Piper, the guy who pokes people in the eyes, not to poke Bret in the eyes. And I thought that was interesting. The stare down was fantastic. They really built that up. It was a very old school scientific. The story was told. Piper slapped Bret. They screwed up the 360 over the top rope, so they just kind of backed up and redid it again to make it happen. Then, of course, Piper did his classic Piper hitting Bret while he was trying to tie his boot, and I think it was a shoot. Those guys were really laying those punches in. There weren't no pulling punches. They were really hitting each other. Bret had to be sneaky to take on Piper, and it showed. And then, of course, Bobby Heenan yelling when he grabbed the belt. Well, you know the old saying, "What the hell? Use the bell." And God, Bobby was fantastic. So, I give that a 10 out of 10. Probably
I agree. It's
better than anything on that show, to be honest with you.
one of my favorite matches of all time. I know Piper said it was one of his favorite matches. Bret Hart said it's one of his favorite matches. Bret Hart says that Piper made his career. That's what launched him. That's what really set him off, in his opinion.
Okay, now I got a trivia. Okay, go ahead. Then I got a trivia.
Go ahead, Marcus.
Okay, so who did Piper beat to get the Intercontinental title?
The Mountie.
Yeah, the Mountie.
Well, yeah. And how come? How did the Mountie get it?
He got from Brett, or no way, he didn't get from
Yeah,
Brett.
but there's a reason Brett lost it. Do you remember what it was?
It was because he shocked him, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, but Brett had 104-degree fever.
Yeah,
so
he was sick.
Wrestling,
Yeah, he was sick.
Okay, very good, very good.
Yeah, I loved it. Everybody knows me. I'm a huge Roddy Piper fan. One of my favorites. Bret Hart's fantastic. I just wish he wasn't such a dick now, but that's neither here or there.
Yeah, because Shawn and Vince are sleeping with each other. So
yeah, he said, hey, who knows who's all sleeping together according to Bret. But yeah, what a classic match. Probably don't get enough credit. Marcus, what do you think? You think I might be a top 10?
Oh no.
Don't think so.
Top 20 maybe, but not the top 10.
Okay, let's go to Justin.
I could watch Bret Hart and Piper all day. I mean, really, I could watch. I was always growing up. I was always a Hart family fan. I loved Bret. I was a Owen. I always thought Owen was the better Hart. I was always
hard.
I always thought, if Owen would have been world champion, and he probably would have been a Hall of Famer right now if he was still alive today.
Well, he would be a Hall of Famer if his wife would let him, I think.
Well, if he didn't die the way he did, he would have been.
Yeah,
he would have been world champ. There's no doubt.
I think he would have had more accolades than Bret. I mean, he was already close in many ways. But yeah, WrestleMania 8 was one of the it was the match between Piper and Bret. The story was told right. I think it was like I think I counted 5-6 minutes maybe before they actually locked up. Like there was a lot of dead time of just the tension. But once they got going, and they told the story. And I agree. I don't think it's a top 10 match. It's definitely a top 20 match. But it's easily one of my favorite top 5 favorite Bret Hart matches. But it will never top my favorite WrestleMania match of all time, and that's Bret versus Owen.
Okay. So I can see that. Marcus, I got a question. Is because I really like that finish. Was that the first time you seen that finish?
Yeah, because it was out of nowhere.
Yeah, I hadn't seen that either.
Somebody says both shoulders were down, and you can kind of fight that, I guess. Because when Bret flipped over and had Piper's shoulders down, well, Bret's shoulders were kind of down too, but
yeah, you could argue that.
But yeah, I thought it was very well done. I hadn't seen it since. I think that's the only time I've ever seen a pin like that. So,
and Chris, I don't know if you watched it, but I know you've seen that match before. You got any thoughts?
No, I didn't watch. I've seen it before, but it's been a while since I've seen it. But I was a lot like Justin. I was a big Hart family fan when I was a kid.
Yep.
Oh, they were always talking about the dungeon and everything, but yeah, Bret Hart was always one of my favorite guys. Him and Owen, and tragically, we saw that happened with Owen when we were watching that. But
Yep.
Bret and Piper, two great guys. But it's been a while since I've seen the match, but it's a real good match.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And Big Glenn,
amazing match, and right there's the poster from it. It was a remade poster and everything. I got off the Nax a while back. Very cool shit, obviously. Great match. I felt like it was a passing of the torch moment between Piper and Hart, because I mean Piper did come back as the president of WWE in '96, but he never was on that level after that. As far as being semi-main or main event, great mouse all around, man. It pretty much made Bret Hart's career.
I think it helped launch it. I agree with you.
Well, yeah, because it wasn't even a year, and he beat Flair.
Yeah,
because if you remember WrestleMania 9, he lost it to Yoko.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. Marcus, you said you had another match for next week.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. I just watched it a little bit ago. Greg Valentine versus Ricky Steamboat, WrestleMania 4.
Oh, hell yeah! Tournament one.
Yeah, it's a tournament qualifier. I was very impressed. I had that on before we went live, and I was going to do Bret versus Owen, but then that one come up like, ooh, let's do that one this week. If they
Greg Valentine versus
Valentine Steamboat win.
WrestleMania 4.
I gotta ask you, Marcus, which Bret and Owen match would you really went with? I personally would have went with the SummerSlam cage match.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Which Owen and Bret Hart match would you have picked, though? I personally would have went with the SummerSlam cage match.
Cage match. The WrestleMania was good.
Yeah.
And I really thought that since Owen beat Bret, Owen should have been taken on Yoko.
Yep.
Because now Bret was no longer the number one contender. Owen beat the number one contender. Owen should have went to the main event.
Absolutely.
Yep. Well, guys, I think things went really well with our new format. I hope everybody enjoyed the show. It seemed like we had quite a few people watching. We appreciate everybody watching the show. And just real quick, here in just a little bit, here about 30 minutes or so, we'll be back on the air with Gonzo Sports Room and ESEN. Thursday Night Blitz. We'll be talking college football, Bill Belichick, NFL coaches, starting to get most of the coaches filled out, and also got the top 10 halftime shows from Super Bowl of all time. Top 10 list. We'll be doing that. So
is Janet Jackson in that list?
Yes, she is.
How
I should be. I should be giving that away, but
Yeah.
We appreciate everybody watching. Check us out next Thursday for Face or Heel Pro Wrestling Talk. And everybody have a great weekend. Stay warm, and we'll see everybody next week.
What the hell's going on here?
That'd be absolutely devastating.
This is Joey Owens' show. They've been trying to get me on this broadcast forever, and this is the worst damn podcast I've ever been on. So you all can kiss my ass while I